Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Ah, my clock fell over. I just realized I don't know what time it is. It is 7 minutes past 7 on the what date is it? The 16th of July, 2024. How are we all going? I know we've got a bit of a lower energy song on today. We're going to be playing a game that have not played before. It's going to be first time playing it. I've gone in completely blind, but I am going to preface this with a warning. Apparently there is some pretty interesting things in this game. It's all visual from what I know. There is a command called !CW. I'm going to post it and it's going to paste a whole lot of shit. That's what's in this game. If you do not like what's in this game, you are more than welcome to leave. And you can come back another day. This will be a one shot. But there is a lot of stuff in this game. And it is going to be interesting. Something completely out of my wheelhouse, but this is meeting my obligation for nice one, Val. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting one tonight. And yeah, so this is good game. I think you'll like it. Oh, that's all right then. As long as I think I will like it. It's just I know there's a lot of things in it, and to be honest, I'm more concerned about what other people are thinking of it. But you know what? I'm going to have fun with the game, and that's all that matters. We'll see how we go. So yes. But it was recommended to me as a game to try. Whether it was going to be on stream or not's another story, but that's okay. Hopefully you... Oh, goodness. I don't... It's going to be enjoyable, and damn, I love this song. Yeah. Average Friday night for you? Pretty much. Other things as well is that... I've got to be careful of that Mario Kart roulette. Oh, goodness. This is... All right, we're moving. Woo! Hey, Rookie, how's it going? Yeah, so... I've got to be careful. I've just realized. Oh, no, that did play. Okay. You going all right? That's awesome. But yeah, so... I've got to be careful with the Mario Kart roulette, because if a mod plays it and gets 12th place, oh no, it's because the bot tries to time them out, so I don't think it works. I think they're immune. That's okay. Never mind. I think it's fine. Mods are immune to it. they have their own lightning power that they can use. Nah, no fairy lights for the mods. I know. They're immune to it. I think if I do it, if it comes under my name that it happens, it works. But if I do it under, if it goes under the bot, it doesn't actually work. But yeah. So anyway, let's move up the chat for a second and just kind of see what we missed. We had Vira coming in with the worm, doing the little wormy worm. How you doing, bud? Hope you're doing well. Cassie's redeeming first, and then Vira getting second, also picking up a 10 mil. Val getting third. Cassius saying hi. And then Miss Ma'am Sassy Cheese coming in, also picking up a 10 mil and building a project car. What'd you pick up? A set of brakes. Nice. But yeah, other than that, we're all pretty good to go, and we're going to do the thing. And we're going to see how we progress, I guess, and just kind of go from there. Again, I'm going in completely blind. I have not learnt anything about this game because I didn't want to. But yeah, so I've got to start the game first. I guess that's a good sign, eh? Let's actually start the game. Yeah, and we'll go from there. And we'll bring up, which one is it? It is this one. Come on, pick up the game. Thank you. Okay. As it states, if I want to go in blind, take off my glasses. That would be cool to actually take off the glasses off the model, but I can't. At least not yet. I mean, interested to see Vix playing this. In seeing Vix play this, it's cool to get a good look at it. Yeah, no worries. That's good. But from what I've been told, it is good. So I'm going on that recommendation alone. You'll have to excuse the phone. I'm still working out tracking. It may fall over. I don't know yet. But as she says here, this is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. Please visit the website for the full list of content warnings, which is what I already posted. It's the, you know what? I can't because it's a two message thing. But yeah, it's a two message command because it runs out of space. But if you hit exclamation mark CW in the chat, it will post the list of triggers that are in this game. And so again, if you're not keen on those kinds of things, by all means, feel free to. Hope I'm ready. No, I'm not. 100% not ready. I struggle with horror in general. But I've been told that it's more horror with a side of a little bit of humor. So it's like, okay, it might be fine. So we'll see. But yeah. But I know, look, the only thing I've been spoiled on is I know what's technically in the game in terms of triggers. I know what things happen, like what can happen, but I don't know where or when or how they happen. So obviously with the content warning logo, it tells us all of the things, and there's like 30 of them. So yay! But anyway, as it says here, slay the princess contain. I just realized my mouse is not showing up in the game. That's probably a bad thing. I might need it. It is capturing the cursor too. That's slightly unnerving. Ah, there we go. It's because I wasn't in the wasn't in it. It is a good game though, so good luck. Okay, cool. Yep. We'll see how we go. But yeah, no, we should be all right. We should be fine. I think it'll be fun. So yeah, let's give it a whirl, shall we? All right, here we go. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness. So yes, if you experience motion sickness, I apologize. Yeah, but I can disable them if it becomes too much of an issue. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. From what I know, nope. Maybe. Are we ready? I'm not. But we'll give it a go. Let me know if the game audio is alright. It's kind of loud in my ears, but that's okay. Are you sure it's not? Look, we don't know yet. We'll have to see. I was just guessing. I don't know. Oh, God. I will warn you, if this triggers me too much, I will stop. So just a fair warning. I will not push through if I can't do it, okay? But I'm going to try. Let's see how we go. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I forgot what my keys were. I'm hoping click just continues the narration.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Mm-hmm. Wow, there is a lot of starts. Can I just turn around and leave? I'll just fuck off. It's like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I'm fucking done. Wait, why did CW not work for you? There's no cooldown on that. And everyone should be able to do it. Let me double check. Hang on. I want anyone to be able to run that command. Let me double check. Let me double check. I'll probably set it to mods only because I'm a dum-dum. No, all users should be able to. All users should be able to run it. Oh, there it goes. That's a bit weird. Oh, because it was responding to somebody. Okay, yeah, it won't paste it clearly. Dumb. All right. You watch Saw for fun? Well, that's all right then. But I'm just saying it's for people who don't know and just decide to come in like looking for my normal content. So, yeah. So, should we just leave? You know, fuck this shit. I'm done with this game already. I hate it.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nah, not really. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
I'm sure there's something's gonna happen.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Yeah.
Looks like this path
I thought that was gonna happen.
also leads to the cabin.
You can't leave.
Convenient.
No way in. No way out.
Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I do like the parallax. I'm heavily interested now. Yeah, pretty much. Nope.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me.
Well,
I've
look.
already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
You know what? I don't care.
Killing is such a gauche phrase.
I'm not doing it.
Completely ignores the bigger.
You can't tell me what to do.
Your task is to slay the princess because she's terrible and she's really got it coming to her.
Well, how do you know that?
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
That's right. I control this story, not you. Fuck.
Would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I think it is. There's no fighting this in there, is there? Oh, hang on. Well, what if I start walking in a different direction again? In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find my way out of this place.
Choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Well, bad luck. If everyone dies, fuck it.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Does it now?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh boy.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin.
There's so many
Not
cabins.
a cabin. The cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Marty! We've messed up the space-time continuum! Quick, get to the DeLorean!
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I just single-handedly solved the housing crisis. Thank you very much. I'll be here all night. Good day. Samir, how's it going? Welcome on in. Hey Vix, how you going? I love that the narrator is English. The narrator, yeah. It's so... you know what? I haven't even gotten into the game yet and I'm already loving it. It's just quirky. I can't wait till we get to the real shit, but it's quirky.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Womp womp. Oh. I'm just straight into chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
That's interesting. So weird. Okay. Hang on, I'm just fixing my tracking for a sec. It's a bit weird. There we go. I thought everyone died too, but clearly, the game has other plans.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
It is a time
it
loop.
will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. I'm not going to read them all out. I'm just going to read them. Oh, you rat bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Have you now?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
God damn it. Fourth wall!
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else.
Oh, this is a contrarian. This is different. Hey, ma'am. Hey, Miss Ma'am. Here you go.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
Okay.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
That is true. The walls up here were not here last time. It's technically mirrored now because the path was going the other way last time, so there is a difference. But you know what? Wait, why can't I? Oh shit! Did not mean to do that. Oh, that's the only options I have left. Okay. Fine, we might as well make our way into the cabin. I've procrastinated enough on it, eh?
You know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Ah, damn it.
Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Fine. Oh, look, it's a cabin. Surrounded by walls.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Drama!
She says.
I'm in danger!
Well, I've ended the world, technically. And that's about it. So, yeah, I'm winning. 100 points so far. I'm keeping score. Yeah! But welcome on in.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Maybe.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Oh.
Let's keep an open mind.
Alright. In we go.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Okay.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
What if I don't want to take the blade?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But I'm sure there are many ways to slay
If
a
you want us
princess.
to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
He's got a point.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
True.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess.
Mm-hmm.
How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Right.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Am I winning? Oh, don't know yet. I mean, apparently I've already ended the world once, so that's a start.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Am I now?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Uh-huh.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
It's true.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
True.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
How important is this task? Ah! Oh, I missed it. Ah! Ow! There we go, I got one. Tasty. That is true. The mirror was never described to us in any of the narrative. I wonder, what does this hero look like? Perhaps.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror.
Oh, really?
There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Is that so? My eyes must be deceiving me then.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm waiting for it. Yes, there is. No, there isn't. Yes, there is. No, there isn't.
You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Hey, Oddie. We're in safe zone, apparently. Well, at least from what I know. Nothing's happened yet. So you're okay. I mean, look. I want to look at myself because I want to see how handsome I am. Oh, you've seen it? Oh, that's good. I want to see how handsome I am. I'm sure I'm the most handsomest hero in all of the land.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Lurky worky? No worries. You know what? We're here to do as many things as we can, and we'll see where the story goes. Let's fucking send it.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see.
See, I look so pretty.
This really isn't funny.
What if I wipe it clean? I mean, it is a little bit dirty. Could just wipe it. You know, I've got a cloth in my pocket.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Oh, I do. That's funny.
There a second ago.
Also, yes, I saw that too.
And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again.
We don't know.
Then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
But now there's no mirror. But you know what? I like to live dangerously. So, fuck your knife. It's going to stay there. Yay! Welcome on in, bud. And we're going to miss the knife because we don't care. We don't need no stinking knife. We can do this with our bare claws that apparently we have.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Oh
revealing
boy.
a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
It is very complicated.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Oh boy.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Interesting.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
I'm just a baby.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
And what's that?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Alright. Choose your own adventure time, I guess. Where do we go? Left, center, or right? The left is a harsh staircase. What is the princess? No idea. Not a clue. Could be someone sweet, could be someone... Man, we don't even know what the princess technically looks like. Technically. Could be anybody. Also, if there is any form of spoilers that I spot in the chat, it's instant ban. No chances. Or at least timeout. No chances. I'm doing this blind for a reason. Just so people know. Not even joke ones. Not even joke ones, rookie. Nah, it's alright. We'll start it from now. I want to experience this properly. Alright, joke ones are fine. You know what? I don't want to be too much of a... I don't want to be too harsh. But yeah, real ones, absolutely not. Alright, where are we going? Harsh to the left. Harsh stairs to the left of me. Soft stairs to the right. Here I am, stuck in the center with you.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down.
I'm going in the
At the
steppies.
very least, it's taking you somewhere.
It is taking me somewhere. Could take me into a pit of lava for all I know.
You concentrate on where you are.
They look like
Careful not to
ribs.
stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides.
No, Rosoddy.
You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else.
That's a good point.
And so you
Of course
take
there's
one
more.
careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
I mean, I'm good at going sideways.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Go and have a shower, drama. Jesus. Get that stank going. You know what? Just for good measure, I'm going to do a stinky myself, just to kind of... Nailed it. 11%. Alright,
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
I feel like there's a problem happening.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
That made me jump. I can't fucking believe that just happened. God damn it. Really? That's what made me go? Fuck, and it was just a simple cut. Come on. Really?
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
We got transported into another timeline of sorts.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
The
princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Now make note, I didn't pick up the knife. Let's keep note of that.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not
Why are
sure
we
if
here?
should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
What do we have? You know what? I'm all for a bit of small talk. You know what? Let's just figure it out, you know, just figure it out as we go. Get some small talk happening. You know what? We might even, you know, have a spot of tea. Little bit spoopy. But so far, so good. The only thing that made me jump was literally the cut to this frame, and I don't know why. So far, so good.
Princess.
Just princess.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Okay. It is funny, just these little changes just making me go whoop, whoop. Just little ones. Like, all right, stop it.
We can do that?
Apparently.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
I can fix her. No, we can't.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
Congrats on your sailfish.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Maybe. Can always change destiny.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of them.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm not going that path yet. That's interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to trigger all three options when I highlight. That's a bit weird. I'm pretty sure these are three separate... Yeah, these are three separate decisions, but it's selecting all of them at once. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah, why are you locked down? Why are you locked up all the way down here?
Is this a quiz? If you're here, then surely you know why I'm here.
Not necessarily. I mean, I was just here because I was just walking on by.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
But what if I want to cause more chaos?
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
I don't think so either.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
I mean, I might be, but that's beside the point. You know what? No. I'm going to keep asking questions, so nah.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
I don't know. It could be psychic.
Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up, I will devour you.
Oh boy. Yes, please.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we?
Probably.
There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Nope. We're gonna keep going.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? You either trust me or you believe that I'm dangerous. What I say won't change how you already feel about me.
Perhaps.
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
Maybe. Maybe not.
If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer.
Not really, no.
At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
No. Oh, did not mean to do that again.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand.
Why do I feel so much like the hero right now?
There's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
Never!
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Well, I can only do one more thing. That's it. So...
Wait, that's not right.
Ah, so there was a reason.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Oh boy.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands.
Yep.
All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Yeah, me too. I just sit up, got a deep prawn.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
It's like everything and nothing is happening at the same time.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone.
Oh boy.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Probably not.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit.
I feel like I've just like merged multiple timelines into one and just caused chaos.
We can feel
Oh boy.
they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
I could fix it!
We should help her. I think we did this.
Probably.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Turns out they do.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I mean, I could just say nothing. I could just listen to this happening. You know what? No. Nope. Not getting out of this chair. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone. Replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I wonder. Let's just approach the mirror. The curiosity has me.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Oh, even the hero's like, no, do not do it.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Final, hey?
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Even the contrarian's like, I don't know, dude. But we're gonna do it anyway. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Does it now?
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that.
That's funny.
thing.
That's repeating now. Interesting. The voices feel small, distant, as you approach. Well, it's time to gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's me! Dun dun dun! You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin. That does not look like the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Good point. So, what are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know
Take care, Rookie.
themselves.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Okay. I'm pretty much going to go through all of these, I think, at some point, but I'm just going to do them in a certain order, just because I feel like it. I wonder where the narrator went.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Interesting. So, are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you trapped? Are you the one who? Are you what trapped me here? Wow, can't use my words.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
I promise that it doesn't hurt. She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay. But were you always the princess? Or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
So what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
That's fair.
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay, so this is basically the end point of a like particular run, I guess.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Okay.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Yeah, okay, fair. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Alright. I think it's time. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Don't know how if you're going to make me forget.
You won't.
Exactly. Thank you. Everything goes dark and you die. Womp womp. Cool. All right. Well, that's one ending, I guess.
Path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And
You're getting a bunch of achievements too.
Cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab. Cool. Awesome. So if I have seen it, I can just hit tab and it'll take me to the next point. Sweet. Okay, so... Alright, we're just gonna go straight up. Sweet! I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution!
that's the spirit.
That's the spirit.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning. Before she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses.
We are.
Slay them.
But sometimes no.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So this is a different route technically because we didn't do this the
interior
first
of the
time.
cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
And you notice now, this isn't here now, so this is different.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want
Oh,
to do
and
this
the
right.
cabin looks completely different as well. I've just noticed that. All right, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty persuasive. But we're going down.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Probably. Hey, Momo. I see you picking up a 10 mil there.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Your savior.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi! There you go, Momo. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Nah. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Oh, I've just noticed my my mouse cursor has now got a dagger in it. That's cool. That's a nice touch. So the mouse cursor changes based on what's happening. But come on down. I'm the next contestant on Slay the Princess.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Just chilling?
binding
Nice.
her to the far wall of the basement.
If the game's too loud, let me know, please. It should be fine, though.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Elbows hurting. God damn.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
God, look at that raised eyebrow on her face, too. She's just like, bitch, are you here to fucking kill me? Maybe I am. What of it? Nuh-uh! What do you mean, fucking nuh-uh? Alright, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No, sure.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
It's a good question. Which could be magic, we don't know.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
The fact is that she could go a pretty big distance with that chain.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
You know what? Nah.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
I personally don't believe it, but we'll see.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Nah. I reckon she's got a trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing.
I mean, there's not much sleeve there. Like, it's a pretty short sleeve.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I can't wait for this to just turn on me. I'm going to call it now. It probably won't happen, but I'm going to call it. We're going to check for a pulse. She's going to grab us, take the knife out, and stab us with it.
I really don't think you should do that.
That's my guess.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's see what happens.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
How do we know, though? How do we know?
We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
I fucking called it. I fucking called it!
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
That's it.
For whatever that's worth.
Look, noble sacrifice.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
But wait, there's more. All right, interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oop, did it again, sorry. See, now we've done this already. But why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you.
Yep.
People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
We're back in another loop. But we seem to remember certain things, which is really interesting.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, maybe we will.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Then we've got a new character that cheated.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
That's true. That can hurt too.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
I'm sure. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did happen already. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions,
That
but
is true.
fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened
Famous last
because
words,
you
though.
didn't listen to me. We mostly listened to you. How are we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her.
It's a very good point. Very valid.
But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
I mean, the cheater does raise a very good point. Also, I've just noticed I'm sitting very low. Why? There we go. I am set back up.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip.
Short stack,
You'll
yep.
save the world in no time at all.
Fine, we'll proceed.
A warning before you go any further.
I noticed my skip button doesn't
She will lie.
doesn't
she will
actually
cheat.
work. Like, it
She
comes up
will
with
do
skipping in the
everything
corner, but it's
in
not
her
actually
power to
skipping
stop you from
the
slaying
dialogue.
her. Don't believe. He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Look, we're just trying everything at this point.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
I will stay focused. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards.
Oh, it's even worse than it was before, jeez.
Shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The mirror is back too.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And they haven't talked about the mirror again this time. But you know what? This whole cabin is different from last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
This game likes to gaslight.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Fine, we'll take the blade again.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Hey, Kelsifer, welcome home.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Dropping in to say hi and drop a lurk. Not feeling well today, so I'm going to get some rest. No worries, dude. Lord, take care, bud. Alright, let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below.
An eternalist view.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
All possibilities occur and occurred at once. Yeah.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Forever and ever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Oh, yeah.
As you descend the final step, the form
Interesting.
of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
I wonder.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
I don't like the tone either. Hang on a second. Just got to mute. Alright, I'm back.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Yeah, I'm with the cheated on this one.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
That is very true.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. Nah, screw it.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
This looks so sus. I feel like it's just gonna change.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this.
I don't know, something seems up.
We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
I can't see her hands because we're too zoomed in.
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
I wonder if there was a trap.
Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first.
Okay, interesting.
Then yours.
Yeah, there it is.
Hehe.
Just a hair. That's funny.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago.
Interesting.
It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Ooh.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
I love that. Cheetah's like, fucking bullshit, bro. What is this shit?
You're going to die now.
Oh my. Okay. Fine.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yep, and you die again. Dang it. But, Chapter 3, The Arms Race.
You're on a path in the woods. No.
Oh, fuck, I skipped
The
this.
interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards...
I don't know how to go back.
Excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I did nothing.
I feel dizzy.
Me too.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Kelso, this game is called Slay the Princess. It is a story, it's a story-driven game with like multiple endings and stuff. And basically your goal is to slay the princess. But the princess is a bit of also all the content warning. Hang on, let me just kick that off. That's what's in this game. So it can be a little bit heavy. So there's a lot going on in this game. Yep. Yeah. So this is my spoopy game, I guess you can call it. It's not. To be honest, it's pretty good so far. I'm actually really enjoying it. It's fun to kind of go through everything. And I know I've only barely scratched the surface too. So this is what we're doing. I mean, I'm not doing a lot of talking, obviously, in this one because it's voice narrated already. I could have turned all the voices off and just did it myself, but I like listening to the voices that they've created because it's obviously their vision and their kind of vision for the game. So. Existentialism? Oh, I cannot wait.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option.
Oh, we have a new person, the voice of the hunted now.
Fight. Good. It's
Oh, and
better.
stubborn.
Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Didn't do 2 years of philosophy for nothing. There you go.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is number 4.
This is our
Third time.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it, okay? Sure, you take the blade before letting me finish.
I keep thinking it's gonna let me wanna
to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, so I keep skipping the cutscene because I keep skipping the dialogue because I think it wants me to move to the next point, but it does certain ones automatically.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually.
That's true. We can just keep trying and trying and trying, it seems.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
It's possible.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
That is true. There is only this mirror in the way now.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
If there was a door, I'd walk through it.
There isn't a door. There's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
Oh, there goes. Yep, there goes my little fan. I have a little fan that I use to cool my phone down, and it just died. Dang it!
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it. If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Stubborn is very interesting.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Okay.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Ooh.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion.
Illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Yeah, I'm with Stubborn on this one.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Well, looks like we just went super fun happy slide down into the basement.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Okay.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
So she knows.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
She knows.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
You know what? The cheater does have a point. Every time we've died, there's been no real consequence. Or at least, that we know of. You never know.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Thank you, hero.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
That's a good point, actually. I didn't think about that. That's kind of bad. Kind of bad. Should have thought about that.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet
Okay.
sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves.
Lovely.
The chain clatters to the floor.
Oh, the chain just fell. Well, I think we've got a slight problem.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Yep.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yes. If you're gonna kill me, it's your problem. Come over.
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
Oh, well, there's way more options. Okay, so. All of these ideas suck. Think up something better. Yes! Let's do it! Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, what nice, long, sharp, shiny blades you have there.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
I mean, we could.
I'd rather not.
But turns out no one else wants to.
I'm into it.
Of course the stubborn one's into it.
Can't say I mind either. If it weren't for all the cheating, I'd say she's pretty cute. Can we flirt by fighting her?
The stubborn wants to fight, though. She cuts great amounts of onions with those. Absolutely. She looks pretty sharp. Yeah, I mean... Give her the look. Hang on. Hang on. Give her the look.
The look. The look. We've all used it. Yeah, do you not know about the look?
So.
The look, eh? So we're getting serious about this. You flash the princess
the look.
And a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
This ain't working, trust me.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Oof.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
It'd be funny if it does.
Still going to kill you.
Yeah.
But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Yay!
Or not. Oh, I like her. I like her a lot. Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you.
Yep.
Ow.
Ow! Just ow.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters?
Voice of the smitten.
She likes us. She's even said as much.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
I think we might have.
You're on it.
Wait.
No, you're in it. Where the hell are you?
Yeah, where are we?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
We are not dead, apparently.
This is all horribly wrong.
I still technically have the knife at this point, too. Well, at least my mouse cursor says I do.
This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than
Are we just gonna load up on personalities until we overload and just see what happens? Why not?
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
More voices! Oh no, this is Fleecy's origin story. Yup.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Come on, show me something new.
Alright. You know what? We're going to appeal to her authority. You know, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk it out. It doesn't work and she kills you again. And again. And again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Then you skewer yourself.
Alright, that's interesting. I didn't expect that to happen.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Oh, the contrarian's back.
What's the point?
Oh, now we've got the broken.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go again.
Just panic. Flee.
Oh, we got the paranoid now.
She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So
Now we've got the
feeling
cold.
What it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time.
Alright, one more. Let's do it.
You're right. One last time, that's all we need.
None of this is working. Think.
The skeptic.
Think.
She skewers you.
She skewers me again.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, I guess we ran out of lives. Chapter 4. Mutually Assured Destruction.
You're on it. Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
See, I'm not even I'm waiting until it like completely stops talking now.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Yeah, we've still got the knife. Like, everything's just here now.
Oh, what if? Throw it out the window.
That would be funny if I could do that.
Over my dead body.
No, apparently Stubborn's like, nah, mate, we're not doing that.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Okay.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Valid.
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to
Dumb ways to
manifest
die.
anything. The only thing we're
We've
going to
got the
manifest
opportunist
is
now,
finally
and the
ending
paranoid.
up on top.
The only thing we're going to manifest is ending up on top. Okay.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
I mean, the cheated makes a very good point.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win.
We are not a pro.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Wow. Okay.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Well, guess what? We're still kicking.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Ooh, I like surprises.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah, let's go. And the Raider's like, I'm not saying nothing.
Are you going to say what she does?
Do you want me to talk now?
Well, yeah, she says she has something new.
I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Oh, now the narrator's happy again because we get to describe the new thing.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Interesting. This looks really cool, by the way.
Are you ready for what comes next?
I think I know, but yes.
Holy shit!
I agree.
She's gorgeous.
The fucking Smitten's just like, I don't care. She's still gorgeous.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Even the stubborn's loving it.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
I mean, it's a good question.
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
The woman's got so many personalities now, we're gonna keep going through all the
Heart's
dialogue.
still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
That's a good point.
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Cheated's like me. Cheated's definitely me. He's like, fuck this, I'm out. See you later. Are you okay? No? Okay.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Oh, we're gonna get rid of the narrator as well. Sure.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Ooh. You do not act. And yet through that you do not act. And yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you as you approach. But as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once more. You're at the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being you were before?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you just give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me.
Same.
They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
You know that at the end of all this, like once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you.
True.
Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
That is possible. So many different, like, things that I haven't tried to attack the entity yet, by the way. I'm tempted to give it a go. Because, I mean, let's just try everything, really, like. Let's talk a little bit more. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be. And every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Right. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met so far. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and you are something more than that, too. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I think this is the same quote. I think I'll get the same answer here, but I'm going to do it.
If I am to be an
Okay,
ocean,
different answer.
you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. And there we go. So that's another achievement. I'm getting so many achievements.
On a path in the woods.
Ah, now it skips. Thank goodness. So I must have had previously, like... Yeah, okay. Creators be reading them Gnostic heresies. I tell ya. I got to admit, I'm really fascinated by this. I don't know. I'm to be honest, I'm more caught up in like what's happening. But it's interesting. I can't really explain it. But I guess I'm just intrigued. Like I want to see how this ends. Like I'm hooked now. Like I want to keep going, which is good. Did do 6 years of religious studies for nothing? Val, please. I think I've already gone through these. I'm just gonna say, are they going to bring? You know what? I'm just going to silently go to the cabin.
You make your way up the shore.
Alright. Proceed to the cabin means I've already done these dialogue options.
The interior of the cabin is all...
Yep. Okay. Sorry about that. Alright, cool. So, you know what? No blade. No blade. Nah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light.
Nope, I haven't heard this. I haven't heard this one yet.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Ow.
You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Nah, I'm good. I'm here to save you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
She couldn't hurt anybody, let's be honest.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Is there, though?
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Not even a fly, no.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I might have.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Okay.
I feel like being up this close is probably a bad idea, but you know what? We're just going through. You know what? Let's just go straight for the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Am I, though?
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, we don't know that.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Oh boy. I think I know where that's
the
going.
Suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh boy.
Is someone else here?
Well. Just turn ourselves around, I
Make
guess.
your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd
I think I'm in a loop now. I'll have to find out.
Like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Yep.
before raising her arm to her mouth,
Nom,
her teeth
nom.
tearing through her limb with the determination
Wow.
of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Gotta make it easy.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
This is fine.
No, We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world.
Excuse me, narrator. I'm the player here.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Excuse me, sir. Narrator.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Narrator? Wow, this DM is horrid.
What are you doing?
Oh, it's literally... Oh, warn her.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her
Oh
arm.
boy.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she
Not the
can
cat
reach
girls we
outside
prayed
world.
for, nah.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Well,
Everything goes dark,
and you die. Chapter 2, The Witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Oh,
path
this is new.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's go to the cabin again.
A warning before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Don't
believe a word she says.
Okay.
Don't worry. You can trust us.
Oh, we've got the opportunist now. Alright, opportunist, what you got for me?
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots.
This
The
looks really
walls are
cool.
chaotic,
I love the
with
art.
knotted
The art
wood
style in
that,
this is
almost as if
gorgeous.
by accident, just happens to
They've done
resemble
such a
room.
good job with it.
The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade
Taking the
from
blade.
the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
That is a good point. See, the opportunist is smart.
That's not actually a bad idea.
Alright, let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
We've tried many times, game.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
You sound very convincing.
Hang on,
Nope.
I've got a list here of people that haven't hydrated in the last 20 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's you.
Oh.
Go drink.
Yep, thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. You know what? I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
How do you know?
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
I've done nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
She must have you confused with someone else.
Exactly.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy
Nobody
likes
who
to
dares.
discuss-
Exactly.
Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Wow. Hero with the words.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Well, I don't know. We could always just sit down and have a meeting and, talk about it.
Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
Ah, maybe.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Maybe.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Oh.
Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
At least the narrator's understanding now.
I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Sure, alright.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
The opportunist is, maybe.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I mean, yeah. There's a lot of talking. Now, what do we got? Sorry about last time. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm feeling a little crazy. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. I abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the frickin' blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now.
I'm probably about to.
Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
I mean, she has the knife. She could pretty much kill us at this point.
What do you think happens now?
Death and taxes. Yeah, I like that. You know, fuck it. I'm going down the romance route again. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you. And this feels like the only way to do it. Hey, Overlord. How's it going?
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice.
So did I.
Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. Did we?
I don't know, maybe we did.
If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
That's right.
What? What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves. And then she buries the blade in your heart.
I love this. This artwork is fantastic, by the way. I love it so much.
What? No. No, come on, that's not right.
I love how it's like it's just plunged into her heart, and the voice of the hero is just like, nah, hang on a minute, bud.
I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
Why did we let her do it?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
Oh well. I guess what's going to happen now is...
everything goes dark, and
you die. Welp! That happened. Chapter 3, The Thorn. Ooh, okay.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us.
The hero's like, fucking man, why did I get stabbed?
I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against
I mean, admittedly, the hero did abstain.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right
spitting's
side
here.
of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future. Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity,
Really
and
enjoying
handing
this?
over
Nice
our
choice.
power,
Yeah.
we've begun a journey to something so much deeper.
Yeah, Drama recommended it to me. Said, you know what? This is a pretty cool game. So I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a go. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I feel like I'm going to play this off stream and I'm going to, like, get every ending I can, I think. Because I'm just so much enjoying it right now. I gotta say, this has been an interesting story so far. Like, this part here this series of events that we've just done on this particular, I'm going to call it a loop. This loop has been pretty interesting because it seems to be the least weird in a way. So I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen.
I like journeys. Travelling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
The Smitten seems very, very adamant that something's going to happen here.
She hates us.
She hates us.
Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right, in which case I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
No, that's right, the narrator doesn't know.
It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom.
Oh, are you now?
Yep, we are.
Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once.
Twice.
Twice, actually.
Thank you, hero.
Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Alright, it's no matter what happens, our answers lie at the cabin, so let's see it through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Yes. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is
Ooh,
hardly
this
an
looks
interior
cool.
at all anymore.
No knife.
The burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
It's very pretty. There's one thing I like about this game is just the artwork is just super duper cool. I love it so much.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Where is it?
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
Well, how is it supposed to work, Mr. Narrator?
If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers.
Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Grim, literally. Exactly. Alright. Well, we know from our previous run we could just go through the mirror, quote-unquote door.
Hesitating before you begin the descent.
You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features.
Apparently we are very handsome.
You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing?
Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are.
Let's find out.
Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Let's go.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
That's a good point.
These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help.
She's calling out for help. There we go.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Interesting.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Oh, let's go.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Interesting, so she does have the blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Wow. Interesting. I don't want to reach for the blade. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
Hey Frost, welcome on in, bud. Thank you for the raid, buddy. How was your game? Give you a quick shouty outy do. What were you doing there, bud? What were you playing? AI, the Somnium Files. Interesting. Welcome on in. Hope you are doing well. I'm doing alright. We're just playing Slay the Princess. I'm just trying all different ways to do things. Right now I'm in this kind of interesting scenario where I feel like... I'm not sure what I feel right now. I feel concerned, but I'm like... Something seems interesting. Something seems... like I can progress the way I feel like I can. I don't know. It's kind of weird to understand. Or to explain, more to the point. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice.
I'm so tired of the bad blood between us, but it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
That's a good point. I would highly recommend AI The Somnium Files, Murder Mystery by Spark Chunsoft, character design the same guy as Fire Emblem. Oh, nice! There we go. Okay.
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own.
We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
I feel like if we just take the knife, she's just going to cut my hand. I'm going to ask first. Can I take the blade?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Will she turn and cut her hand off?
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter?
No, I feel like something's gonna happen.
Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her.
We are special to have gained
Smitten
an
is so
ounce
on board
of
with
trust
this.
from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
Well, the narrator always wants us to just slay the princess, because that's kind of like the aim of it.
I see that the lines have been drawn.
It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count.
Oh, the narrator doesn't count, apparently.
And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
No, I mean, the opportunist is right. The narrator has been with us the entire time.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
I just wanted my blade back, man. I'm leaving. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Fuck it.
Yes. What a good idea.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
Switching sides faster than a kid at a light switch rave.
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion.
That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong, so I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that.
What's the narrator gonna do in all this? I'm surprised he hasn't just taken control and just gone, nope, bang, 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 bang.
You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you?
Nope.
Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
Oof. We didn't get Smash tickets by the time the rest were all sold out. Yeah. I had to get second round tickets. I was very lucky.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
Poor narrator. I was like, this isn't supposed to happen.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
I still technically have the knife here. I know, I'm sus of the narrator too.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Let's try it.
Can we actually do that?
I love it, the music just cuts.
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
Why not, narrator? This is my story, not yours.
You know as well as I do that we can.
Yes, we can. Watch it backfire.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us.
I think he's making fun of us.
It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
That was nice.
Yep. I still think something's going to happen.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Yep.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Cut or step? I'm gonna cut him.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
You know what's funny? I still have the knife.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
Well,
What do we do now?
let's watch the world burn.
Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Nah, this has got many, many, many endings. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
You'd better watch your back. You can't get rid of me that easy.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach the forward. Oh, silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're withered. Ooh, interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
There we go.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
But you can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It will, in time, but you still have a ways to go before we are done. Know that I hold no malice for you.
I've already done all these before, except this one. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Thanks, Lord.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And we did. Reset! Oh, so many loops.
You're on a path. You make your way up the
Proceed to the cabin. We gotta find it. We gotta find new story things now. I gotta try and figure out what else I'm missing.
The interior of the cabin is.
So I have done an option where I've taken the blade and not taken the blade. So let's take the blade this time and enter the basement. I'm just going to continue down this. I'm just going to go straight for it this time.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
I haven't done this yet.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Oh, I've done this.
Binding her to the far wall of the basement.
No, we're just going to play. We're just going to be like, you know what? Yep, you caught us out. Bad luck. Sorry. Better luck next time for me.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
No.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh boy.
You step forward, your grip on the blade.
Oh, okay, so we're back on this. We're back on this,
Then I'm not talking to you.
Good. I'm just going to stab you then.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh boy.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
She can hit hard.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Like that, exactly.
We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Okay, so we're not in good health right now.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Yeah, what about it?
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Not a chance.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark.
And you die. It's literally this. That's literally the quote. It's like, everything goes dark and you die. That's it. Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods.
So this is another. This is a new end. Oh, a new path that we're on now.
Cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either.
I actually forgot to do any of these options at the beginning.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then
oh, that's right. No,
I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine.
Oh, we've got Stubborn back again.
Hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Alright, well, let's go back to the cabin and do it again.
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
Okay.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there.
It's Crystal.
Oops, sorry.
Let's just get on with it already.
Alright, in we go. What's the cabin going to look like this time? Ooh, it's all like stone and shit. That's cool.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
The mirror's still there. I'm pretty sure the mirror, I'm not pretty sure, but I reckon the mirror doesn't do anything. I could just not take them. I just could not take the blade this time round. No, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would...
That's the same, basically the same thing, so I'm just gonna skip some of them manually.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Well, there you go.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Oh boy.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Oh, Stubborn's gonna love this one.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good.
Told ya.
Sounds like my kind of
Yeah, I
princess.
told you he was gonna be having a field day.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Alright.
As you descend the final step,
Oh boy.
the form of
Hello.
the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Yeah.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
You look different. I could just turn around and try and bugger off. Time to slay!
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
Oh yeah.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
That is a very good point. Also, this artwork looks really cool and I like her teeth. The teeth design is really cool.
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee.
Oh dear.
It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter,
Oh, I felt
cracking
that.
like wet wood from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room.
I felt that actually in my ears. Oh my lord.
You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon. You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation,
Yep.
each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
Just get good, forehead.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head,
Oh lord.
fingers gripping your skull.
This feels like it's gonna hurt.
How disappointing.
Yep, this feels like it's hurting. Oh, I can feel this.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull, and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Womp womp. The Eye of the Needle. Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive.
We got hunted back again.
Died because you didn't have enough of it. So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Little did narrator knows that we are Johnny Dark Souls. Absolutely.
Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
Maybe the bad guy in all of this is the narrator. Food for thought.
Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me. It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further.
Okay.
Things always change. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too?
That's a good point.
Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
This music, man. Alright, let's go.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
Not really. We're just going in guns blazing. Or in this case, knives blazing.
No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
That's a good point.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us. Something to chase.
Alright, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight. More of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall. A pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
You know, I could just not take the blade again.
You take
I have been taking the blade a lot more now. I might switch it up.
And save the world.
Although we're getting close to our end point too.
Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You do see it, right? All we see is a damned mirror.
That's right.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Oh, I've got two options here. Now, you know what? I'm gonna wreck it.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open.
I thought so.
Scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
There you go. Sorry, just getting some stuff ready. There we go.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
That's not how this works. I'm all tuned out, remember?
Oh yeah,
How about you
that's a
come
good
down
point.
here and fight me?
We'll need to show ourselves. Make her boil over and forget her metal bindings. Fine by me.
Up, down we go.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her.
That's a good point. If we want to make our way back up, that's going to be a problem.
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw.
The thighs, yeah.
Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this.
I don't like the sound of this either.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
My bad.
You step forward, stopping just outside the reach of her chains. The princess scoffs.
I thought so.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you?
No.
You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Yeah?
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Oh. Run.
Run. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Oh boy.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there, and we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
Oh boy.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me! Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head!
Do it! Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Oh boy. Here we go.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
This ain't gonna work. I know it.
Charging me head on? Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch.
'Tis but a scratch.
Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
We're actually gonna pull this off, aren't we?
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
That's right.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
Yeah.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you.
Yep.
She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Womp womp.
Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Yep. And there we go. But you did not have the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave.
She's gone. Where did she go?
And there we go. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels... That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. The remains. You're unraveled. Oh, lordy. You find yourself at the long quiet once again. You're at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't even want to speculate anything because I'm just like, just in case. But yeah, it's possible. It is a very big possibility though. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical.
The princess is the friends we made along the way.
Rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
That's a good point. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I feel like I know this for fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Well, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
And we died. Okay.
You're on a path in...
So, I am done, and the reason why is because I'm out of time. But holy crap, what a game. It's really hard to explain what I'm feeling, but it really is something really cool. Like, it's something that I don't even know. I don't even know. Like, I literally cannot even explain what I'm feeling right now. It's really weird. But it is a roller coaster. There is so much going on, but it also feels like I understand it, but I also don't. It's really, really weird. I'm just... I don't know. I really don't know. It's just, it's a little roller coaster. There's so many ups, downs. There's so many loops. Like, it's good. I'll tell you that, like, just on the value and like what I feel of the game, I can confidently say that it is like that I'm really enjoying it and I'm invested and I actually like am intrigued by how this story is going. But I still don't have the final answer. It's meta narrative. Yeah, I don't have the answer that I'm expecting. Like, I feel like I should know something that I might not know yet. Like, I don't quite understand that, like who, I don't know. It's hard to explain. But yeah. All I know is that the game is fantastic and I'm going to finish it off stream. I'm probably not gonna come back to it, not on stream. I might, we'll see. But I am invested in it and I want to keep going with it. So yeah. But anywhoozin. we are going to keep. And we're going to go raid. So let's go back to just chatting, but I want to keep. I want to do something for a second. Hang on. Go back to just chatting. Where is it? There it is. No, you can't hear anything right now. That is not what I wanted to do. I completely stuffed that up. Well, I stuffed that up. I was trying to take the audio and I took the game footage. I'm a dum-dum. Let me try that again. Where's the game footage? It's all right. I thought I had the right thing. I'm trying to make this nice and I stuffed it up, but that's okay. There we go. Now we have the game footage. No, not the game footage, the game audio. Because now it's just something nice that we can kind of talk about for a second. So, with that said, I know I feel like I'm ending on a bit of a sad note with the game music currently playing at the moment, but I had a lot of fun. I'll check it out, Lord. I'll check it out. But thanks so much for watching, everybody, tonight. Thank you, Lord, for the raid. Thank you for the follows that have come through as well. I'm not trying to be sad or anything, but this is hitting a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. But in a good way. Like, I think I really, really have enjoyed this game. Huge thanks to Drama for suggesting the game for me. If you want to play it, it's on Steam and I think it's on consoles as well. But also if you want to, well, if you're considering even buying it or playing it, do it. Do it. I can confidently say now, just do it. It's really good. So, but anyway, we're going to finish up. Going to go and find someone to do a raidy-do with. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Nah. I think we're just going to end. I think we're just going to end tonight. Nice and simple. Can't really find anyone I want to raid at the moment because I think Sass is streaming, but I think she's going to finish soon anyway, so we'll just end it here. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for watching tonight and for coming along. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll be back tomorrow for more. We'll be back tomorrow for more. For Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. We're going to give that a go, and we'll see how we go. But yeah. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I know I've said it like 5 times now, but I'll see you all later. Have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow for more shenanigans at the show. My name's been Tofuboi. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. I'm trying to find something. Hang on a sec. There it is. All right. Good night, everybody.